Hey everybody, it is April 27th, around 4 o'clock. Today I am bringing you into my dungeon here. Today I will be dealing with a couple of things here. I've got my pressure tank, my hot water tank, those two filters there, and what I will be doing, we have one more thing, that's my UV light, and that little black box with the red there is telling me how many days I've got on my UV light, which is 273 days at present. But I don't touch the UV light system because those UV lights are easily breakable. But what I will be showing you is how I flush out my pressure tank and my hot water tank and change the filters. So I have this little breaker box here, or electric box, or what have you, and it's for the well. I do have a well. Let's see here, and that's where it comes in from the house, from outside into the house. So I have to change the filters every so often, and it's that time of the year or that time that I gotta change the filters out. So first thing I do, or have done, I've got a secondary I got an electrical panel upstairs, another one out in my shed, and then I've got one down here in the basement. I have flipped the breaker so it's the hot water tank is off, because I don't want to be draining it out while the water is hot. Then I put this into the off position. I have my garden hose there that I normally keep down here, hooked up to the pressure tank. Then I can hook it up down there to the hot water tank. And I have a sub pump over there for the basement to drain the water away from the house. And I use that to drain out the hot water tank and the pressure tank. So over here, if I can get it, there is the valve to keep all the water up in the pipes in the rest of the house, but I leave that open so that everything can drain from the pipes in the upstairs and everywhere in the house, because it will help relieve the pressure from those filters there. So all I do is here is open this up. Once the sub pump kicks on, it'll start draining everything outside to where it's supposed to go out in the ditch. Then the very next thing I do is come back upstairs here, and I turn on, I'm upstairs here in my kitchen. Okay. And then I wait till the pressure tank empties out, which might take 10 minutes, 15 minutes maybe. This lets the air back into the pipes throughout the house and let the washroom from the washer and washrooms, kitchen sink and all that drain out. Once the pressure tank is emptied, I will have you back to show you how I drain out the hot water tank and then change the filters. Okay. All right, everybody, I am back. Now the next step I do is I close the valve that I had opened to drain out the pressure tank. Then you will need one of these ones, these things, whatever they're called, to do this. And then so that you can get it loosened, because you want it tight when you do this, so that you can get it off with your fingers here. And then it comes off like that. I'm going to keep the rubber gasket in the hose here, so it came with one. And then I get it threaded on here. And then get this all tightened up here like that. And then I don't drain it right this very second, because I don't want to burn out the elements inside. Even though it's off, I am gonna show you how to change the filters. First, set you guys right there. So you notice the shorter, fatter one, it takes one of these filters. Now this may look a little dirty to you, but it's my pre-filter. So all I do is just rinse it out, and got one in there that I had to fiddle with a little bit so it would fit in there, and it's a little bit bigger than this one, but still it does the job. And that longer, skinnier one, this is what it looks like. Okay, and so I will for the longer, skinnier one, I need one of these ones, and the fatter one, it's got this thing with the notches in it to help. And you want, I don't want to say careful, but remember, you gotta, up here there's a little red button on the top on either one, but because I've drained all the water out of the pipes, or most of them, it won't drip. I don't have to use that button, but I still push it down a couple dozen times or whatever. So just to double check, and I sometimes have to turn it. Maybe I gotta take off the other one first. Because the last person that did this wasn't me. It was the guy who changed the UV light on my thing. So he put it on there really good. So maybe I gotta do this one first. But still, I can turn it a bit here. Okay. Now, before I go any further with that, I gotta go to my plumbing stuff here, my snake buckets here, because I have a well and I have a septic tank, and that black pipe you see there, it goes just out of camera view over there, and sometimes I do have to snake my own to the septic tank, but that may be a different show if and when that happens. But anyways, this is what I do, just in case, and I will need it, because sometimes water will still be in the filter. And there we go. Okay. And basically just dump it out into there. And I'll show you the filter. Okay. Notice the difference. It needed to be changed because I was noticing the pressure. You can hear it, it's dripping a bit, but that's all okay. I checked the bottom there to see if I gotta clean out any of that sediment and stuff like that. Then I grab the new one here, and there's in the bottom of this, there's a thing that's got when it goes in, there's something like that. So you want it to be like that there, sitting right. And then same thing when you're putting it in there, there's something in there that sits inside of that hole. You kind of want to line it up. Start screwing it on by hand. There. Get it as tight as you can. Get this thing here. So that it can get a good grip on it there. You want to tighten it up as tight as you not as possibly as you can, but tight enough so you don't strip the threads. There, that's good. Or it should be good. I will know when I turn the water back on to the house. Try to get this other one here off. Okay, I gotta shut the camera off. I might swear or something, and I don't want to do that. But when I get it off, I will have you back. All right, after a few curse words, I got it to loosen up just a bit. You see this white handle thing? Got my big wrench here and just went like that. Had it choked up all the way, so now it will come off by hand. So, see, there we go. Yeah, you hear that? Okay, there was still pressure in it, and that's why it wasn't coming undone. I need this here now, sitting here. Okay. There we go. Right. That's up and out. This up to here for now. There we go. Do expect to get a little bit wet when you're doing this. Do expect to get the floor and some other things a little bit wet. Same thing with the new one here in this one. It's got a thing to sit in the hole there on the bottom and the top here. There we go. All right. Go. Hands all wiped off here. Then, because I know this one gives a problem a little bit when might have to undo it and rethread it. That's okay. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, so it's a lot easier to tell if I need to. Think I might, but I'm not sure yet. Now on to draining out the hot water tank. And then down to there, I flip that switch up to there. Now it's draining. And I will have you back when it's done draining the hot water tank. All right, I'm back. Now I come back down to here and I tighten this up. Then here it's got to be on the upright position, up like that. Put it down like that. Then come over to here, and then I got a double breaker, flip that, and then okay, that one's starting to leak a little bit, so what I do is this. And then I got to undo the hose and put it up to the pressure tank. While I do that, I'll be back. Alright, now the whole thing's been re-drained. Now I gotta undo this. There we go. Yeah. Now this one can be really funny to rethread. Right? Think I might have gotten it now. I am too short for this to get the proper leverage. Give this a wipe down. Now I went back to the panel and shut that off as well too. Then, so I go back to the panel first, turn it back on there, and then I flip the switch here. I watch for that to see if it'll start leaking again. And it's not. I need to put that back there. Hang up my there we go. I forgot to shut the valve off, but now it's off. Get some of that sediment and stuff out of the pressure tank, which is okay. Then now, while we're down here, I'll show you the bit of the dungeon. Notice the walls there, boulder foundation, and then everything was re-poured down here. I got myself a nice I-beam running from length of the house, but it's all nice. Now I have to come back up here. That light shut off. Okay, this is the kitchen tap. I'll be shutting that off. Get you in a spot here, because sometimes with the sediment and that, I have to take the head off and all. Yeah, it takes a little while for the hot water tank and all to fill up. Ah, there we go. Yeah, you see, that's how you want it running after. Like I said, there's a screen in there where I took it off and that. So now that's because it'll get clogged up with sediment sometimes. As you see, the whole air pocket. Now I know the kitchen is good. Now I go into my downstairs washroom here. I go into my space age shower here. Turn it on all the way on cold, all the way on hot. And then same thing with this tap here in the bathroom. I flush downstairs toilet. And then I don't worry about the washer too much because I'll be washing my clothes tonight. Now I gotta run all the way upstairs past my trees here. Show you the bathroom up here again. Because right now we're just bleeding a good chunk of like the bathrooms and that. There's the cold. See? More air. Then I do, see, clunk. And then I do my bathtub on the hot and the cold. Should do one more, the outside hose, which means me going back into the basement. Get past the trees here, my little indoor garden. Then have, where are they? Here they are. You can see those pipes there. The on-off valves are right there. And then I know they're on outside. They're open outside, so I know the water's. Turn that one on. Turn that one on. And it's good. We're all good. Come back down here, check the white one. It's not leaking. And that's how you change your filters. And drain out your, or at least I drain out my hot water tank and air pressure tank. Should show you on my pressure tank. Sometimes, especially in the summer, right there, right here, there is like a little air valve thing. And I have to use this tire gauge thing on it, because it has the for the pressure in there, because it is a pressure tank, and it's got a big airbag in there, and it says on this thing on the side, roughly speaking, minimum working pressure 100 psi's, capacity air tank. But in the small finer print it says factory charge to 38 psi's, tank pre-charged, pressure must always be 2 psi's below pump cut-in pressure. Notice if your system is capable of developing pressure of 75 working psi's, safety relief valves should be installed. And that is the safety valves here. Okay. So it, and I'll be checking that through the summer. You know, just to make sure that, because if it's, and the reason why I check it in the summer more, is because this thing will sweat a little bit. And if it's sweating up here, that tells me it's waterlogged and I got to drain it out and add more air to that bag. If it's sweating down to here, roughly speaking, okay, don't quote me on it, but I can tell if it's, like I said, if it's up to here, I got to check it. If it's down here, say, for argument's sake, it's okay. For the sweat lines, because the groundwater, because my well is between 70 and 75 feet below in the ground where the pump is. And so that's going to be fairly cool water. And if that thing's sweating, like I showed you, it means I got to put air in it, or if it's okay. And all you need is an air compressor hooked up to that tire gauge, and once you drained it, you add the air and then refill it and then check it again. So I'll probably be showing you how to do that June, July, maybe. Just to give you the rundown on it. But yeah, I hope you have had a learning experience here, and have yourself a great day.